We first met 31-year-old Tonya Harris as she was working as a bouncer in downtown McAllen. But after a brief conversation with her, Harris told us she had passion for another activity. To my surprise, Harris told me that as the sun set on Friday nights over the historic Cine El Rey, a ring is set up and crowds of wrestling fans arrive to watch professional wrestling. And Harris is one of the big attractions.
Ruthless Lala! Oh
no! That's my yard, That's my foundation. You know what I mean? And no matter what I'm going through, getting in the ring right there, it makes everything at peace.
As a young girl, Harris loved watching many wrestling greats and dreamt about her own special.
The only thing you really think about is make sure and entertain the fans.
It's your champion! This is wrestling about your champion!
Originally from North Texas, she came to the Valley almost 2 years ago. But fulfilling her dream to break into the sport wasn't easy.
And the wrestling business is really hard for a woman, like not even just putting race in there. It's really hard for a woman, period, because wrestling is looked upon as a man's sport.
Then Harris founded National Wrestling Alliance Wrestling Revolution in South Texas, an organization started by locals who wanted to give those who were turned away from other pro wrestling organizations a chance to participate in the sport.
So we've opened up a gateway for them to get work elsewhere where my friends and I didn't have that opportunity.
On November 14, 2014 at Cine El Rey in McAllen, she debuted as Ruthless Lala.
Actually, January the 1st of 2015, I won NWA Female Wrestler of the Year here.
It wasn't any easier when Lala announced she wanted to fight against men, an idea that many had difficulty understanding.
They didn't really think that I could, I guess you could say, hold my own,
And Lala has held her own, constantly wrestling on Friday nights at times 2 opponents at once. Lala has wrestled local regulars as well as national television star wrestlers like Awesome Kong, someone Lala looked up to before she started her wrestling career.
There's no money that can make me feel the happiness that I feel when I have grown people coming up to me saying, "Oh my God, you're awesome. I like that. Like, you're dope. You keep beating up them dudes. You keep representing for women."
Lala also works as her own agent and is constantly trying to book fights to further her career. Her hard work has started paying off, taking her out of the Valley.
We're actually 4 hours away from McAllen, Texas, where we reside. It's Lockhart, Texas.
But as she fights her opponents inside the ring, the battle she faces outside of it continue.
I found out that I had a stage 3 melanoma, skin cancer, and if I would have stayed home and just been stubborn, I wouldn't even been here to even be trying to get taken care of and make sure everything is okay.
Back in March, Lala was about to go into stage 4 melanoma, the final and hardest stage to cure. She doesn't have insurance, so it takes longer for her to get the medical care she needs and work through the pain. Yet, the biggest fear is that she might not be able to get back in the ring.
If I wouldn't have came to the hospital, this would have been like the last place anybody would ever saw Ruthless Lala, And that's scary. It's like really scary. Now, I never thought that I would say, hey, this is the end of Ruthless Lala due to my health.
But even in her darkest moments, her love of the sport won't allow her to give up. After weeks of being absent from the ring, Lala decides to keep following her dream. And her strength and support comes mostly from her mother and 2 children whom she lives with in a 2-bedroom house.
I had other plans for her that I wanted her to do, but she chose this path, and so I was 100% behind her.
She invites us, she loves us, she does anything to enjoy us, and that's why I love her.
If she didn't love wrestling, she wouldn't do it. Follow your heart and what you want to do. That's why she wrestles every day.
And honestly, as many times as I went back, no matter how lower than low I feel, I just feel like, you know, no matter what I do, it's never good enough. Like, I would still pick wrestling.